Good morning, class 6. I am Anil Bhagat, your science teacher from Modern International School, Hiswa. Welcome back to our e-learning program. Today, in this video lecture, we will discuss about chapter 5, that is separation of substances. Today, we will revise this chapter 5 in a short way, in a summarized way, because already you have all the lectures in my YouTube channel. You can search it there and you can go through them very well. Today we are only going to describe or summarize this chapter, that what are the things we learn and the important points of this chapter. So class, let's discuss, because in this week I'm going to take some test from this chapter. One day I will take, maybe tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow, but I will take a test. So whatever, let's start discussion of this chapter. So, separation of substances. In our day-to-day life, we separate things from a mixture. We separate things from a mixture because there are some harmful thing in the mixture and there are some useful thing in the mixture, or there are useful thing in the mixture but we want to use it in two different ways. That is why we need to separate these mixtures. Like rice and stone, we separate it because we cannot use stone in our food, so we use rice and throw the stone. We separate butter and milk. Why? Because we want to use butter in a way and milk in another way. Or ghee from the milk. Why? Because we want to use ghee for the one purpose and milk for the other purpose. Or whatever we get after taking churning of milk, by getting ghee, whatever left we are using in a different way. So class, this is the way, or this is the reason why we need to separate things, to remove harmful things or to get useful thing from a mixture, and to separate two useful things in different to separate two useful things and use it as per our need. So this is why we need to separate. Now the question comes, what are the methods to separate? So in our book there are several methods are given. Like number 1, hand picking. So normally we pick the things from a mixture by our hand, because the size of the particles are big, we can pick it easily, like a stone from the rice. The next comes is winnowing. So we separate the mixture of a lighter particle and a heavy particle by the help of wind or blowing air. Like in the villages, farmers use this method of winnowing to separate the husk from the grains. Next is threshing. So threshing is a process by which we separate the grains from the stalk, and nowadays there is a machine called thresher we are using. Next is sieving. So sieving is a process in which we use a tool called a sieve. Sieving is a process in which we use a tool called a sieve, and this tool have very small holes. In this tool there are very small holes are present, through which the smaller particles will pass but the bigger particles will stay in the sieve. So separation of bigger particles from the mixture of smaller and bigger particles is called sieving. And we find that our mothers will use the sieve to separate impurities from the floor, and in the construction site laborers use this sieve to separate stone from the sand. So this is called sieving. Next is sedimentation, decantation and filtration. Suppose we have a mixture of muddy water, then what we will do, we allow the water to we leave the water to stay in a we leave the water at a place for some time in a beaker, and after that we observe that the mud settle down at the bottom and the water is clean water on the upper side. This is called sedimentation. Now with the help of a glass rod in the other beaker, we pour that the upper layer of water into another beaker. This is called decantation. This process is called decantation, and the liquid we get is called supranatant liquid, and the lower layer of mud is called sediments. Then comes the filtration. In this process we use a filter paper or any cloth to filter the mud from the soil. Okay class, I told you how to use. I will demonstrate, I will show you the paper, how to fold the paper and then use it in the detailed lecture. So go and check that lecture, go and see that lecture, watch that lecture and try to understand how we are using filter paper. Next comes the evaporation and condensation. So evaporation is the process of converting water into vapor by heating, and condensation is just opposite of that, converting vapor into water on cooling. This is called evaporation and condensation. We use this method to separate soluble mixtures from the water, like salt and water solution. We evaporate it, so water will evaporate and salt will we get salt from in the beaker. Next comes the distillation. Distillation is a process of combination of evaporation and condensation. So the structure is like, there is a flame burner, and on that there is a beaker, there is a tube like structure through which condensation pass, and there is a under beaker. So what we are doing, we put the mixture in the beaker and heat it. The water evaporate and go through the condensation. As it reaches in the condensation, it will cool down and convert into water drops, and it will reach the beaker. So the water we get is the purest form of water, or is called the distilled water, which is used in the medicinal purposes or medical purposes. Okay class, so this is the process of distillation. You get detailed discussion in the lectures, go and see those lectures. Next is separating liquids. We are using here separating funnel. There are two types of mixture of liquid, that is called miscible and immiscible. Miscible means when two liquids are mixed well with together, like water and ethanol or water and alcohol. And there are liquids which do not mix together properly, that is called the example of that type of liquid is oil and water. The example of that type of liquid is oil and water. Oil not mixed with water, it will create an upper layer on the mixture of water. So here in the separating funnel we put that water and oil, and then gradually with the there is a key to open the, allow the lower liquid to go down, and when we open, the lower layer of water will comes down in a beaker and the oil is separated in the separating funnel. So here in this way we can separate two immiscible liquids. Now here the next question is, can water dissolve any amount of substance? No, water can dissolve a whole lot of substances in it, but it is not. There is a label on which water able to dissolve substances, but if you want to increase the solubility of water, you will heat it, so it will able to dissolve more amount of solids, but there is also a limit. Okay class, so this is a summarized lecture of this chapter. I hope you are able to understand the different topics which we have to study in this chapter. I will ask you again to go through the detailed lectures which is available in my YouTube channel, and try to understand this whole chapter, because I will take test from this chapter tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, or in this week one day I will take test. Okay class, so have a great day, be safe at home. Thank you.